Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're doing something I guess that we haven't done on the channel. We've made other videos in terms of artwork appreciation, but in this one here we're going to be taking a look through the submission results or the top 300 results for the illustration contest 2022 for the Pokemon trading card game. And we have some beautiful artwork here. You don't typically, you're not really going to hit top 300 without putting something absolutely amazing into this. So we have lots of nice artworks to take a look at. Very cool to see a lot of the same Pokemon by different artists all in the same area. Since you get their different depiction, their different art style side by side. One of my favorite parts of opening new sets is those commons and uncommons that are brand new with all the different artworks, especially in Modern. There's so many different artists that are involved, and it's usually a treat. This is also a treat, and I wish they would do like a complete set like this, or even like small collections. So if they did like an Arcanine collection, for example, here, where there were like the top 30 Arcanines or even top 10 or something like that, and it was in a promo box, I think that would be awesome. They could do it for each Pokemon. And I know a lot of the people that collect specific Pokemon, or even some that just like different artworks, would be all in for that. So it doesn't necessarily have to be playable, but would make for a cool collection or a cool set theme if they want to do like a once a year new artist submissions from these sort of contests. I think that would be a 10 out of 10 product. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to go through all the artworks. I'm going to mention my favorite of each of the different Pokemon. If you'd like to do the same, or if you'd just like to say, hey, this is my favorite from the top 300, please leave that in the comments. I'll take a look at those later. It'd be cool to see if people agree on which are the fan favorites. It's all subjective, so I think people will like different Pokemon or different artists more than others. Here we have a lightning dog, so a very interesting depiction of Arcanine here in a thunderstorm. He doesn't look like he's all that unhappy. I don't know why he's not in out of the rain, but he's getting soaked, and he doesn't seem too phased. The one in the middle here, absolutely amazing. One of my favorites of all the Arcanines that we'll take a look at. This one here, Pokemon in the background. If I haven't mentioned it enough times already, those always get bonus points in my opinion. These two little Slugma here that are climbing up the volcano. Very, very cool. The one on the left you probably wouldn't even recognize as a Slugma if you didn't see the one on the right with the eyeballs. And then this beautiful boy on the right hand side with the reflection in the puddle. Also very, very beautiful. Amazingly different art styles in all three, although we're going to see that throughout the whole thing. When you get different artists to do different artworks, you always get these different depictions. Left hand side here, gotta love running with the Pidgeys. We get the Wooloos and a Dubwool in the background there. I don't even think I noticed that the first time running through these, but that's kind of what you get when you got all this going on in the background. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Second one here, being fluffy with the fluffy clouds. Looks like sort of a sunset kind of thing going on. The wind blowing. And then on the right side, that is one happy Arcanine. He's just prancing through the grass, the long grass. He's way up above the ground right now. He's flying. Not a care in the world. Very, very nice. So if you want to let me know, just put the artist name, probably. The Pokemon and the artist name in reference to which one you think is your favorite. And that should suffice. I think there's only one example where the same artist has two submissions for the same Pokemon. So maybe you have to go one or two, or describe the picture itself. This one on the left is kind of neat, where lv.x is sort of the counterpart to Growlithe. But yeah, you have one that's snuggling in there. Pretty cute stuff. What else we got? We got a little Cleffa. I don't know what's going on there. They're all kind of snuggled in, and I don't know if it's he's like, is it like a dreaming, like snoring a flame coming out of his nose. It's kind of neat. Maybe that's keeping them warm, along with the fur. I don't know if is that a Meryl in the middle there? kind of dark. Interesting. Oh, I didn't even notice that there's a friggin' Snom right there too. I'm pretty sure that's a Snom. All right, one in the middle here. We got this cool sort of the stars, kind of like time lapse thing, maybe while he's sleeping. And then the right hand side, we have one of those depictions of Arcanine being a dog. We've seen it recently. Was it Infusion Strike where they had the Growlithe on the front doorstep, acting like a real dog. Next line, we have sort of an Arcanine sleeping, nighttime, very serene. We got bamboo, sort of grayed out. Really, really cool. We got the birds in the background of this one, and what looks like 2 Growlithe underneath on the bottom, sort of trimmed off. There's a lot of these that it would be awesome. I don't know if the artist actually created more than what is shown in the box. They might have trimmed it off. So some of these, man, if you had like an illustration contest also for the alternate arts, I think that would be really cool. There's some of these examples that would make for absolutely stunning alternate art cards. Right hand side here, we have sort of like a little shrine thing going on. Through the woods. Very mysterious, doing his best Zacian and Zamazenta impression, I guess, with the fog. Next line. We went a little bit too far. These are some of my favorites here. We got Pokemon in the background. We got Pokemon interacting. We got Pokemon cuddled in on top, in the background. The one on the right here, got to be probably my second favorite. I just think it's hilarious that we got the Oddish kind of posted up there in the cuddle zone on the Arcanine. Sort of a weird combination. It's similar to those posts that you see where there's like 2 animals that shouldn't get along, but they get along and they're like best buddies. That seems like the case because the Arcanine maybe feels like the Oddish is so harmless because you could just fire blast them and into oblivion. But no, they're best buds. Next up, another line of Arcanines here. We have the Arcanines on a cliff, kind of cool. We got the Daddy and Mummy Arcanine with the pups hanging out, looking off the snowy edge, staying warm with all their fluffiness. In the middle, something a little bit more fierce. We got the flames coming out. Not sure exactly what he's doing, other than looking terrifying. Got the moon in the background. Would make for probably an interesting holofoil card. You know how I like my nighttime holofoils. And then with like contrasting bright stuff could make for really cool artwork. And then on the right side we have him dipping his paw. I don't know if he's playing with his reflection or what's going on there, but he seems like he's having a good time. You would think that he wouldn't want his paw in water, but maybe he's okay with it. Next we have a very cool line here, one on the left. Very cool art style. We got the clouds again, the fluff, emphasizing the Arcanine fluff. In the middle, a little bit more of a cheerful artwork. We got the wind blowing through. I feel like that's been a common theme as well. And then the right side here, with the 2 of them playing, really like that one. I think it's one of the top, probably the top 5 in my opinion. Left hand side, hiding from the rain. So that seems like a little bit more of Fire Pokemon style, where they hide from the rain. In the middle, another guy running through. I don't know if it's like a volcanic area or what he has on his paws, but there seems to be like some embers or something. It could be a volcano that's going on there. And then we have this lonely boy on the right, just looking off into the water from the little area there, little grassy area. Next, this is definitely one of my favorites too, on the left hand side here. It took me a minute to realize what was going on, but we are actually just looking at the puddle. We're kind of the perspective of next to the Arcanine. We're seeing the reflection of the Arcanine and the reflection and snout of the Growlithe next to him. Really like that. Really cool concept, really cool perspective. And certainly not something that you see ever. We have some reflections even amongst the submissions, but that's next level. Middle here, we have a howling boy giving his best hype dog howl. And then on the right side here, he's running so fast that the background is starting to look a little abstract. Running through a creek of some kind. I like that one too. Some really, really good artwork here. So now, the one on the right here, I guess would be option 1 if the Atsuda is your favorite. And then down below we'll see the second submission by them. We got yawning. Try not to yawn if you're looking at it. Me just bringing it up is definitely making someone yawn. If I made you yawn, leave it in the comments. One in the middle, shaking some snow off his fluff. And then on the right side here, so angry that he is even scaring the Growlithe behind him. Now, the second one, I think I like the second Hidamaru Atsuda more than the first one, in my opinion. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but I really like the colors. The artwork style is very, very similar, but you kind of expect that from the same artist. There are some artists that vary drastically in their art style, but this seems like their style. So I think it must be like smoke coming off of them. Certainly interesting, and I like it. Here we got a little bit of the, I guess we're the Growlithe, and we're following the Arcanine here. So I guess that's our front paws. We're in the Growlithe view. And then the right side here, super washy kind of style. I really like that too. The Arcanine there. We got some mountains in the background, some clouds. It looks like we got a little bit of a wind effect going on. Left side here, we got what looks like a howling Arcanine. I don't know if he's up on like a mountaintop. Very cool. The one in the middle, no surprise, is my favorite. We got Officer Jenny in the background. We got the police dog Arcanine standing on alert. He's got the red light going off, so you know he's ready to pounce. Team Rocket probably up to no good. And then on the right side here, something very, very different in terms of art style for Pokemon at least, which is cool to see. Up on the mountain again, very majestic. Now, into the Cramer Ants. So, if you want to pause it and at any point put your favorite for the Arcanine, and then we'll go through the Cramer Ants next. There's a lot of really good Cramer Ants. I'm not even that big of a Cramer Ant fan, or really a Cramer Ant fan by any means, but some of these artworks are absolutely amazing. I love underwater or partially underwater stuff, so that helps too. I love stuff with a story, and a lot of these have that. Why is this Crammer Ant on the left soaking a computer with coffee? He's just up to no good. He seemed... I don't know if he'd be like one of those pain Pokemon that he's always breaking stuff, spilling stuff, making a mess. But we see that in a few of these. Second picture here, it looks like somebody's trying to catch some fish, and he caught a Crammer Ant instead, or the Crammer Ant grabbed the lure, which is kind of funny. And then the third one, love this style here. We have the Crammer Ant diving down, multiple Crammer Ants diving down, going fishing. And we got some love disc there as well for a splash of color. So very cool. I like the outlines and the like trail, the like jet stream or whatever behind the Crammer Ants as they're diving in. Very, very nice. So here we have one looking into the water. You can kind of see the reflection of him. See him with all the fish underneath. Very nice. The one in the middle here, probably my second favorite. Definitely amongst my favorite. I'm usually not a big fan, like Detective Pikachu, of the like realistic Pokemon. They don't really do it for me. They kind of they don't translate all that well to like real life. But I think this one's still cartoony enough that it really fits, and it makes him look more like a real bird, but also at the same time, I guess that's probably what a Crammer Ant would be doing if we had to imagine it. So here, it looks like we have a Crammer Ant stealing a surfboard from the surfer who is in under the wave, about to get absolutely demolished by it. So I guess this is the surfing Crammer Ant version of the surfing Pikachu. Gotta like that. Little throwback. I don't know if they had that in mind or not, but certainly what it comes to. Here we got one skipping along, jumping along, trying to catch his fish. Second one here, love the colors, love the art style. Very simple, but still really, really nice. We got the little nest there with the, I guess they're baby Cramer Ants in there. And then the right side here, very wild and wacky art style with the Crammer Ant. I don't know if he's using the spit up attack. I don't know if that's the actual name for it. There's a name for it. Let me know that as well if you guys remember what it is, because I don't. But his attack largely involves spitting out something from his mouth, whether it's a fish or a Pikachu. That's typically what's going on. Here, very, very cool one. We got kind of like a fisheye lens, pun intended, with the Cramer Ant diving in underneath. We got another couple Cramer Ants doing the same. You'd expect an ocean bird to be doing such. Here, the one in the middle is a little heavy for the wire. Seems like he's weighing it down a little bit for his little buddies there. And then on the right-hand side here, we have like a fall duck scene. Your typical kind of red and yellow leaves with the duck kind of just sitting there tranquil. Next, we have another underwater kind of version here, a little bit closer up, so close that you can taste them. The one in the middle here, again, he's like a mischievous bird, being a pain. He stole their baguette, apparently. They don't look very impressed about that, ruining the picnic. Hopefully they have other things to eat. Right side, we have a Cramer Ant in on the water's edge, taking a look at the opportunity. Next, I guess there's a little bit of a lesson here where you don't leave your Cramer Ant next to your fish tank. It seems like he's eyeing it. If he gets into as much trouble as the other photos indicate, then you probably don't want him there with them. Middle one here, love the colors, love the I don't know if it's like a pencil texture or technique there, but especially up in the orange, and then like the like crosshatch kind of work that's done on his wings and stuff. Really like this one. Big fan. Wild stuff going on all over the place. Wild colors and the different techniques. I don't know. It just really pops. The one on the right here, we have something going on. I don't know if this is some sort of nest. It looks like they're in the long grass here. Protecting the nest. The one in the back looking extra goofy. But that's kind of what you expect from Cramer Ants, right? All right, 3 more. Here we go. We have a diving down bird on the left-hand side. Pretty good theme. I like this one in the middle just because it's so different. There they are at nighttime, kind of resting. You got the ship going by. The light reflecting off the water. Stormy, looks like a stormy, probably a stormy night, but I don't know. There's some like light spots in the sky, so maybe it's just a storm in general. Stormy day. And then the right side here, another very similar, where kind of doing the best Cramer Ant duck impression in the fall with the leaves, nice colors to offset the yellow and the blue from your Cramer Ant. This one on the left here, very, very wild, very, very hectic, but I like it for that reason. I think the art style kind of lends to how much of a panic that he seems to be in. And then the one in the middle here, I feel like the one in the middle could almost be one of the, like an alternate art or something like that. You have the Crammer Ant on what is probably a fishing boat. Certainly interesting. And I don't know if they'd be helping or not. Maybe they're just being a pain in the butt. The one on the right-hand side here is my favorite. You have the fisherman up on the poles there. But it looks like the Cramer Ant is being more successful than they are, which is kind of funny in itself. But we got the waves pushing in. He's also doing that like I don't know if it's a TikTok thing, with the hair whip with the trail of water afterwards. I think that's kind of a nice added effect to the already violent waves, or somewhat violent waves that are pushing through. And that's why it gets my vote. Not so much the hair whip, but I like the fisherman in the background on the poles, and the fact that he's pulling one up, but they seem to be struggling to get something. One on the left here, goes without saying, the colors just awesome. I like the texture on the bird itself too, on the Cramer Ant. One in the middle here, again, another one of those hectic versions where he's just like swallowing it whole and he's going to spit it at you. And then the one on the right here, just sunbathing. Again, very drastically different art styles throughout these, which are awesome to see next to each other. Left side here, very happy Cramer Ant. Not sure why he's so happy, but he's happy. I don't know if his friends are happy, but he is, and that's all that matters. Looks like a little bit of sunlight coming through. One in the middle here on a log. He's also looking happy. I don't know if there's a theme, if he always has his eyes as sort of like the lines, or if they're more narrow lines, then it almost seems like he has his eyes closed or he's sleeping or something. But interesting. I don't remember seeing Cramer Ant in the anime or anything, or seeing if there's an animation for like eyes closing. But that'd be interesting to know, and something definitely some of these artists would have looked into, I would imagine. The one on the right here, definitely one of the better ones. We got a fisherman with the catch, and it looks like the Crammer Ant says otherwise. He's taking it, regardless of whether it's on the line or not. Left hand side, we have a Crammer Ant. Another, always hectic. Definitely no exception here. We got Cramer Ants flapping and flopping all over the background. This one running away as fast as he can. We got the wings full Naruto mode. In the middle, and again, another one of my favorites. We got the Magikarp underwater there. I like that. Again, multiple Pokemon, additional Pokemon that don't even necessarily need to be there, that aren't part of the evolution line or aren't more of the same Pokemon. Those get double bonus points. The fact that there's multiple Cramer Ants, there's bonus points there too. So, also, I thought the art style on that one is really, really nice. Again, with the post sticking up out of the water, that's where you would find these things, if they were real life birdos. Right side here, looking extra happy. Looks like the waves are just kind of splashing up around. Interesting. I'm not sure exactly why. Again, another somewhat kind of like a fisheye perspective, I think. Interesting. Next, we got another diving boy. Here he is, looking back. I think he missed this time, whether or not... I would imagine that he dives in pretty quick and directly for the fish. Like this one here. I don't know if they threw the berry down for him or not, but it sure looks like it. Again, additional Pokemon make everything better, as well as the one on the right here. He's got the Wooper that is also, I guess, trying to imitate the Cramer Ant. Got it like that. Here we have, again, another mischievous Crammer Ant. We have the Toilet Paper Bandit. I think it's toilet paper, or it might be... Yeah, it's probably toilet paper. I was going to say it might be paper towel. We got some spilled juice. We got feathers all over the place. The kid is coming in with the Pikachu, and they're like, what is going on here? I don't know if they're going to get the blame for it or not, but it seems Cramer Ant has made a giant mess of what looks like probably like the family room or something like that. Got a Leon poster in the back, a little stuffed Charmander, a little picture of the girl and Crammer Ant. Man, it just goes on forever. There's a box of Kleenex that he didn't rip apart yet, but I'm sure he'll get to that eventually, or knock the plant over. But I think that's enough mess for one day. At least they can use the toilet paper or the paper towel to wipe up the juice. Middle one here, he's having a nap, and it seems like he's not much of a threat at the moment. We got the fish swimming by. They don't care. He's sleeping. It's safe. So here, yeah, I guess when his eyes are closed, he's still got the green, but he's got the little lines, or the more curved lines. And then some of these, he's got the round. He's got the dots when he's full alert. Right side here. This reminds me, not sure exactly what's going on in the background. Okay, they're all kind of looking at the fish. This reminds me of some kind of like nature documentary or something like that. And one of the animals just decides that it, instead of acting natural, it's more interesting to see what's going on with the camera. So he's right up in its face. Left hand side here, hopefully that isn't Pokemon mail or Pokemon trading cards in the mail, because they might have some binder dings after Cramer Ant chews on it. Middle one here, full squawk mode, very minimalist, still pretty cool. One on the right hand side here, another underwater perspective. Here he's underwater and he's looking to the side because it seems like he missed him. I don't know if that was, he might have gone right through his beak, because you got kind of like the water trail there. He might have just missed the snap. Next, we have a Cramer Ant, soaking wet, coming out of the water with the Lotads there. Very cool that they're hanging out in the background. Seems like there's a whole bunch of them. Some of them popped up, some of them still flat. Interesting to see what's going on there. Here, we got a Cramer Ant looking off a rock. I would imagine that those are probably other Cramer Ant in the background on the tree there. Little tiny background Crammies. And then the right-hand side, we have another underwater boy. This time we have the sun shining through the water. I like that. It's pretty cool. There's so many different ways that you can portray the light refracting off the water from above. We got Crammer Ant checking out. We got the Wingulls there in the background. We got a little boat. Not sure what he's doing, but he's in on land. I think he's on a boat too. He might be on a boat as well. We have another diver in the middle. Again, different play on how the light is coming in through the water. And then the right hand side here, we have a chunky boy who is doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I like the sun. I like the colors. I got the waves splashing all around. It looks like he is going to get his meal. Next up, we have what looks like a Pikachu who is in trouble. I can't remember what card it was, but I'm pretty sure there was a Pikachu inside the Cramer Ant's mouth in one of them. And it looks like it's going to play off of that a little bit. I don't know if there was anything in the anime, at least not that I've seen yet, but I'm not totally caught up, so I'm not saying it didn't happen. I also haven't watched the new movie, so if there's anything that happened there that I'm not aware of, and that's why it was in the card, the previous card, then that's why. We have the Crammer Ant here, what looks like a wave hitting in off a rock, kind of launching his prey. And then the one on the right-hand side here is letting out a little bit of a sigh or something. It looks like he's chunky. Maybe he recently ate. Here we have a sleepy, somewhat dormant Crammer Ant on the left. I like the artwork style on that one. Just the way that the line art. It's pretty cool. Not sure where he is exactly, in around the water. Probably waiting for a fish. One of the very many Cramer Ant diving pics. This one, probably one of my favorite ones where they're diving. Don't necessarily see what he's going to catch. That might be behind us or to our left, but never know. Here we have a Cramer Ant in the kitchen. It seems like this is a terrible idea. Not sure exactly what he ate, but it seems like he ate one of the ingredients, as he has a leaf sticking out of his mouth. One on the left-hand side here, we got almost looks like a crazy CG, again going after the Pikachu. Poor Pikachu. The Crammer Ants just, for some reason, wanna gobble him. We have some boys swimming through the water. 5 of them. And then this one here, I don't know if he took somebody's umbrella or if he's retrieving it. I do like this art style. I do like the fact that I have no idea what's going on, but there's still something going on. And I guess you can make your own story. Choose your own adventure. Why does he have the umbrella? Your theory is as good as mine. Maybe he's going to spit it at you when you need it. Maybe he took it and he's being a brat. It's already raining and he's outside, so I can't see the reason for why he... maybe he followed you to wherever you were going. It started raining. He knew you needed the umbrella. Maybe he's being a good boy. You never know. We got whoopers in the background of this one. We got a Poliwag. Gotta like that. Not sure exactly what's going on in the background. Just kind of a marshy area. We got the Cramer Ant picking at his feathers. Maybe he's got some lice. Middle one, in under the water, grabbing. Doing the dive. The one on the right here, I really like this. It kind of reminds me of my Italian Greyhound when she's looking out over the loft in the house. She'll look down at you like that. I don't have to say like, hey, is it time for a meal? That exact same look. The meals aren't in the sewer as it seems like this one, but all right, we have a sunny boy, we have a grouping of boys, and we have a looking at my reflection and fishing on the right hand side. Very, very drastically different artwork from one to the next. All right, so we're into the Galarian Rapidash. Let's see what we got here. We have some very nice examples. I like the Magikarp there on the left. You know I like them. There are other Pokemon featured there. I guess most of these have Pokemon that are incorporated, at least to some extent, or some sort of area in the games or in the Pokemon world. You gotta like including the Ponyta, similar to the anime. I won't spoil that for you guys if you haven't seen it, but something similar. This one's dreaming of an ice cream that is a similar color, which is a little bit weird. It'd be like us dreaming of flesh-colored ice cream. But the one in the middle, very cool. I like the art style. They're like radiating colors. Very, very nice. I like the little crosshatchy kind of shading too. One on the right-hand side. I'm not sure exactly what it's doing. We get the glowing mushrooms, similar to the game, Sword and Shield games. We have a kneeling down. There's probably a term for that. Anyone that is into horses can probably tell you more than I can. Like this one in the middle, one of my favorites. And we get the reflection again, and you see the ripple in the water, but still very minimalistic. I like the different colored trees. I like the different colors in contrast to the Rapidash itself. On the right side here, we got the little baby Galarian Ponyta snuggled in to the mother Rapidash. Same thing on the right here. In the middle, we got a little bit of a hind legger. Probably another term for that. If anyone would like to give us the terminology for what it is when a horse stands on its back legs and does the little thing with its front legs and makes a noise. Left hand side, looking majestic. I don't know, we got like flower petals. We got all kinds of fairy stuff going on. Left side here, we got a horse butt. Middle one, and a sunset. I like the background there is pretty amazing. I could do without the horse's butt being right in my face, but some people might like that. Middle one here, I like that. The grass, the fact that the moon and the water, the ripples, you can see the water ripples. We got some little baby mushrooms scattered all over the place. On the right side here, we got all kinds of stuff going on. We got some big ass mushrooms. We got what is a Blitzel? We got a lot of stuff going on there. I'm looking for more Pokemon in the background, but not seeing them. There's a Toxel. I might have to take a closer look at that one. There's probably some other stuff going on. Not sure exactly what they're doing or why they're doing it, but your guess is as good as mine, maybe even better. Left hand side here, we got a very shiny Rapidash. Looks like someone rubbed cooking oil all over it. Very glistening. I like the clouds. We got like a comet or something going on. That's pretty cool. We got the glowing mushrooms, which is good. Goes hand in hand with the Galarian Ponyta and Rapidash, since that's the area of the game that you find them. Middle one here, really cool. You got the, I guess, across the water where the clouds are reflecting in it. I do like that aspect. Sort of like a, I don't want to say like a crayon, like a waxed kind of effect going on. I'm pretty sure it's computer or software generated, but very cool art style regardless. Right hand side here, this one does not look impressed. Angry Rapidash laying on the ground. Next batch, we have the left hand side here. Very this is like borderline Kamiya, in my opinion. There's a lot of wild stuff going on here. I would imagine that this is some of the glowing mushroom kind of theme that they're going for. Middle one here, some very nice work with the reflections. I would imagine that the reflections are not easy to execute, depending on the art style, in a way that makes it look truly and properly like it's a reflection and not just a mirror image. Since the water isn't going to act exactly like a perfect mirror. Right side here, running through a snowy forest. Very cool. Also, you gotta have lots of glowing stuff with the Rapidash. Here we have another, what is probably the Glimwood Tangle on the left hand side here. Like it. The colors work really well together. Plus on the dark background with the trees and everything kind of works really well with your pinks and purples. I like that one. The Rapidash is a little depressed for some reason. But still beautiful piece regardless. Here in the middle, we got another reflection that you guys have seen. The reflections are real. People really love the reflections here. And then we're back in the Glimwood Tangle on the right hand side. I do like this one. I think the glowing mushrooms are a little bit hard to represent accurately, but it's nice that they can kind of incorporate those like glowing fairy type colors into the background. Left hand side, we're skipping across the water, what seems like very elegantly. In the middle, looking up at the stars, shooting stars. We got the very happy Galarian Ponyta. Here again on the right hand side, we got the Rapidash and the Ponyta hanging out in the Glimwood. Again with the glowing mushrooms. Left hand side here, I think this one is probably my favorite. The glowing mushrooms are done really well. I like the semi blocky kind of artwork that's done here. The color choice, yes, I mean there's only so much you can do with the colors. But in terms of the color choice and the pose, they're both sleeping. Again, with the people love to put the Ponyta, but I don't blame them. People love the Ponyta and the Rapidash, so they got to put them together. And again, with the themes throughout the cards and the anime, it makes sense that they're both together. Here in the middle, a very beautiful piece. Looks like we're in the sort of a swampy or wet area of that Glimwood Tangle. And on the right, again, with the reflections, some nice mushrooms, some even growing in up onto the trees. I don't remember what those type of mushrooms are called, the ones that grow off the stem. But if anyone knows, again, feel free. There's going to be a lot of comments correcting and noting the things that I'm unsure about. The last two Rapidash here, we got one just grazing in the flowers, and another one. I really like how the the sunlight or the moonlight is coming in through the trees. Really, really cool effect there. Now into Greninja, the zoomer version of Charizard. If there was ever a Charizard replacement, Zoomers love Greninja, Ash Greninja, regular Greninja. They just love them. That one on the this first one here, beautiful. Gotta love that they got the full evolution line there. There's some other stuff going in the background. Might be a little bit too small to see exactly what, but the art style is also just amazing in my opinion. One of my favorites. So here we have a Greninja. He's got the shuriken, water shuriken. I'm probably butchering the name of that, but sticking in the side of these rock formations. We got the one in the middle here taking a shower in the waterfall, just kind of meditating. The one on the right hand side here, a very cool sort of CG style art, or 3D, really 3D art here with the nighttime. Gotta like the light from the moon, but then also the roof is kind of blocking it, and then you have the separate light source from the lantern, which is giving off a different color light. I do like that a lot. That premise kind of adds a whole new dynamic, especially with the amount of space that you have to work with. This guy on the left hand side practicing his moves. The one in the middle here contemplating life, just hanging out on the pads, on the lily pads. And the one on the right here looking a little emo, hanging out by himself, just deep in thought. Left hand side here, looking to battle. He's got his extra froggy, I don't know what you want to call those, pads on his hands and feet. Another emo one in the middle here. Background work, very beautiful. Very edgy, which I guess makes sense. The edgy Pokemon are always the fan favorites. Right hand side here, doing a little bit of a superhero kind of thing, where he's probably looking in over something that needs to be rectified. Left hand side here, a very different artwork piece. Cool to see with it mixed in. Very well done, but very, very different nonetheless. Here we go. We have a little bit of a trainer battle. It looks like the trainer in the background probably, and he's using his attack on whatever we are, or whatever's in front of us or behind us. Right hand side here we have another noble and emo Greninja with the Blitzel in the background and the Toxel again, which is weird. I don't know. Maybe was that the same artist? Maybe it's the same artist, and that's why the Blitzel and the Toxel always show up. Here, up and above the dojo, waiting to pounce, extra ninja style. In the middle, okay, we got the full evolution line here. Everything else is kind of grayed out. I like that, where it kind of really focuses on the Pokemon. I think this would make for a really cool holo. If you just had the Greninja and then the rest was in the background with the different colors. Could be really neat. Or maybe even if the grade stuff was non-holo as well. It'd be cool. I think there's a cool way to do that. Here we got one with a look at that little Rowlet in the tree. Very cute. We have the left-hand side here, ready to battle on the rooftop again. Another waterfall shower. This one very different art style than the last that we saw. Here we have, I guess, another one that's ready for battle. I like battling Pokemon is always nice too. It's always cool. Here in the treetops, I guess he's got some target practice. Looks like he's hitting them dead on, bullseyes. Very cool. Here, another, he's getting splashed. I think this is another waterfall, which kind of makes sense. I guess that's kind of goes in with the samurai and or ninja lore. Someone's going to crucify me for not knowing exactly what the reasoning is for it. Here we got the clay boy, It's very similar to like a Yukamori. I love the clay Pokemon are awesome. So it would be cool to see more artists doing those. Basically just the clay models in realistic areas to make them look like they're really there. The one in the middle here kind of sitting in this spring and or a creek that's brooked up. Probably also a real name for that. Excuse my lack of culture. On the right hand side we got all kinds of Pokemon coming in around the Greninja, who is meditating on the lily pad. Very cool. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different Pokemon coming in to visit him. Very cool. Gotta like that. Left hand side here, taking a nap. Got the full evolution line up in the trees. Kind of looks like a bonsai tree. Middle one here in the rain, kind of just sitting there being tranquil. The right hand side here one is my favorite of the bunch. I just like the fact that he's using his tongue as like the life preserver. That you got the cutie fly on the end of his tongue. You get the Ludicolo. You get the Froakie in the background. They're all kind of just waiting there in the swamp or in the water. I like it. I like it a lot. Just the overall premise. All right, Scizor. What do we got? We got some really, really cool ones here. I was really up in the air on which one was my favorite. Here we got some more waterfall action. So in under the waterfall with the Lotad looking in like, hey, what are you doing in there? In the middle, we got him in the waterfall itself. On the right-hand side, flying across the moon. Left-hand side, cutting a berry in half. What a waste of food. I don't know, maybe he's going to eat it. Maybe he's just practicing. Middle one here in the waterfall. Seeing a lot of waterfalls here. Right-hand side, we got the berries. I don't know if he's trying to catch them all as they're getting shaken out of the tree. Not entirely sure what's going on here, but certainly interesting. This is definitely going to be a fan favorite on the left-hand side here, where we got the Pikachus being cut out. I guess instead of using the scissors, he used himself to cut that up and string it out. In the middle here, we got a Psyduck who is collecting berries, and the Scizor is cutting the branch off so that he can catch them. Also very neat. I like this one, just the framing here with the city in the background and the moon and the shadows on the right hand side. This is one of my favorites. It's like a very, very simple art style, but you got the bug catcher there who was probably out catching bugs, bug type Pokemon, not expecting the Scizor to come out of the bush. And you can see he's not even worried about his net. He is getting out of there. He's got the Clefairy doll, dropping the Clefairy doll on the way out. And this would probably be my favorite if it wasn't for the fact that we're going to see one later that'll be pretty clear why this one is not quite there. This one here, we got the nice canopy leaves, the nice sun in the top left. Very cool use of light to dark from one side to the other. Here we got a Scizor protecting a couple Caterpies, it seems. This one here, really cool. I don't know exactly what's going on here with the effect over top of it. Whether that's like a reflection or what it is exactly. If we're looking at them through glass, it's cool, and it's really cool how like shiny, the shiny texture on him is really cool. But I'm not really certain exactly what's going on. It's probably like reflection of some kind. Here in the middle, chopping the bamboo. On the right side, he's also chopping trees, full-on trees, advanced from the bamboo. All right, slight interruption there, but we're back on it. We have back into the Scizors. Scissor. One on the left here, very cool. I like that. Coming out of the cave, we got the little Diglett next to him. Pretty sweet. Here, I don't know if he's picking the leaves or what's going on, but I really like the artwork style. A lot of stuff going on in around him, and the jungle kind of theme, woodsy theme. Here, a very fierce. I guess he's fighting a Charizard. I didn't notice that the first time I looked at it, but he's got the Charizard by the tail. We got the Charizard claw in the bottom there. That's pretty cool. Beating up on the Charizard. That probably shouldn't happen as a steel type. I like this one here on the left a lot. The colors, just the art style. The trees, just really, really well done. Really blends. The background really fits with the Pokemon itself. Same with this one in the middle here. We got like a construction site. I guess they're doing a demolition. Helpful to have the boys there, the Pokemon, to help you demolish everything. In with the heavy equipment. On the right side here, I don't know if someone's trying to catch him, but we have a Pokeball on the bottom left. Interesting perspective. Again, with that kind of like curved fisheye kind of look to it. Here, I'm not sure exactly what the Scizor is fighting, but something with talons of some sort. It's one in the middle. Really cool. I like that. Kind of coming towards you with the claw. The one on the right is my favorite of the bunch. Again, we have a sort of like a bug catcher scenario. We have what looks like a battle-scarred Scizor here. He's got the marks on him, little crisscross on there. He's huffing and puffing. We got the bug catcher running away. We got a couple of the Pokeballs, failed Pokeballs, laying on the ground there, and he's running away with his knocked out Caterpie. He's got the little X's on the eyes. So you know he's knocked out. Unfortunately, not catching one today. Really cool. Here, I guess I don't know if we're cooling off or we're dipping the claws in the hot water, a hot spring or something like that. Not exactly certain. Really like the clouds in around it. Here, very sandstormy sort of look. With this one on the right hand side, got to give it bonus points just for having the Shuckle there on the ground. I don't know if he's picking the berries for the Shuckle. If so, very nice of him. You know how Shuckles like their berries. Into the Pikachus. Now I think the one in the middle here is probably my favorite. We got the additional Pokemon points with the Pichu, the Ursaring, Teddy Ursa there in the background. Got a horde of berries. This Pikachu is getting his fill. The Pichu looks like he wants some as well, but can't quite get up there. Very nice. On the left, we have the rainy Pikachu. We got the reflection of the rainbow in the puddle. One on the right here looking nasty. Looks like he's straight out of Kamigawa from Magic the Gathering with the color scheme. That neon punk sort of look. Left hand side here, we got the berries. I don't know if they got scorched, I guess. I don't know if something cooked the berries for him. What's going on exactly? One in the middle here, looking shiny. He is shaking off those water droplets, and very cool how they're coming in every direction. Very well done. Like the colors on the one on the right here. I think there's another one that's similar to that in terms of color scheme. He's up on top of the shed. I guess they have a garden on top of the shed as well. But taking a nap up there. Probably just ate some berries. Got his fill. What do we got here? We got one with a berry on the left hand side here. More of the fluffy variety. It's always interesting to see when people make the Pikachu more or less fuzzy. One in the middle, looking in the window with some berries. On the right hand side, we got a full-fledged battle. We got the male Pikachu zapping here. Very, very cool battle scene. And then in the background, I guess that's his girlfriend, or the Mrs. Chew, holding an egg. And it's also raining at the same time, so I guess she's protecting from the rain with the giant leaf there. Left hand side, this reminds me of something that should have two different versions, where maybe you can see the perspective of each Pikachu. We've seen that in the past, usually with the +1 minin cards, but there's a Pikachu or two that do the same thing. I forget which artist it was, but there's one, especially with the one Pikachu in the trees, that this is reminding me of. It'd be really cool if it had a counterpart. One in the middle here, probably one of my favorites, maybe my second favorite, I don't know. That one and the one on the right are both really, really cool. Really nice Pikachu cards in my opinion. We got the berry again. Looking up, he's got the sunshine rays. This guy on the left side here doing a little bit of a thunder dance. He's got Pikachus all over the background. One in the middle. Not sure what he's doing. Maybe he ate too many berries and he's passed out. I guess that's berries in the tree there. Right hand side, some very cool claymation. Looking for the berry in under the branches. Crawling in through. Here's the other one that I was talking about that had a similar color scheme. I like this one too. It's cool. It really pops. We got the flower in the vase. We got the door. We got a Pikachu sleeping in the middle. We got the Pikachu on the right here, making stuff in the kitchen. Seems to be more helpful than the Crammer Ants that we've seen in previous artworks. Left hand side here, we got the tail shake Pikachu, male and female Pikachu, giving a little tail zap whap to each other. Oh man, this one in the middle is good too. I really like that. We got the Pidgey in the background there. He's reaching for the berry, but it seems like it's just out of reach. He's got the sweating, but also holding himself with the tail on the tree. I might have to take it back. I think this is my new favorite one. Now that I look through them again, I'm going to take back the top spot. That's going to be second place. This is going to be first place here, where he's reaching for the berry. I really like that. On the right hand side, we got a Pikachu with a berry in his mouth by the leaf, looking happy, looking like he's flying through the tree. This one is pretty neat. We have the pile of Pikachus over here. Pikachus in every direction, just having a nap. It looks like they more fell out of the tree, maybe than actually napping. They don't look very comfortable, but maybe they're making each other uncomfortable. Here we have the apple bread. I guess it would be berry bread in the Pokemon world. Munching on the apple itself, or the berry. Right hand side here, that looks like a full-on sandwich that he's got in his mouth that he's running away with. I don't know if he stole that from the house behind him. This one's cool. I like the use of light here. We can see it coming through the trees in certain areas. We got the Pikachus. The one on the left looks like he's gorging. This one looks like he's a little bit concerned of something coming through the woods. And the one on the right doing his best like chipmunk impression, where he's got something in his mouth, but he's also on high alert. All right, we're into Bulbasaurs. Love me a good Bulbasaur. That was my starter of choice in Gen 1. This one is painting himself. Interesting. Not sure exactly. Maybe he's trying to be like a Venusaur. He's trying to change his color for that reason. Hard to say exactly. We got the Bulbasaur on the right here. He's got some water. Always watering the plant beneath there. That's pretty cool. Using the leaf with water on it to pour it onto the little plant there that needs it. I like this one here. Kind of cute. Not sure exactly. He's holding onto a little flower there. I don't know if he's kind of helping it grow exactly. One in the middle, grabbing the apples, or the berries rather. One on the right, very, very good artwork with the reflection. Again, there's a ton of examples of that, and when it's well done, it's really cool. Left side, we're sleeping. Bulbasaur sleeping next to a flower. Bulbasaur sleeping, belly down. A couple of belly down boys. A few belly down boys. One on the right, probably my favorite belly down boy. Just like the greenery around him is absolutely stunning. Next row, we have here picking the berries. Got his vines. One holding the basket, one picking the apples or the berries. Here we have, I guess this is a Bulbasaur that's given some water to the sunflowers and maybe the sunkern. Right side here, we got the little Caterpie on the right side for bonus points. We got the Vileplume in behind that you can kind of barely notice. The face is there. Looks like it's sleeping or very tranquil. Here we have a Bulbasaur planting a seed. We have the one in the middle sunbathing, probably in a greenhouse of some kind. And on the right side, he is angry. Battle stance. We are getting vine whipped. This one on the left-hand side here, my absolute favorite. He's got his vines wrapped around the tree, and he is, I don't know, he's bouncing around, shaking the tree. And you can see the Bulbasaur down below are super duper excited that all these berries are falling off. So it seems like they've figured out a strategy to get the berries to fall off the tree so they don't have to climb up there and get them. They got this one jungle gym baby bouncer of a Bulbasaur that's having a blast. Love how happy he is. I love the expression on the ones on the ground. By far my favorite Bulbasaur of the bunch. This one in the middle here, we got a sleepy time Bulbasaur. He's got the plants around him, so he's got the sunlight from the window there. Very nice. The one on the right here, pretty cool concept where he's taking the vines or the I don't know what you would call it, the not vines but like shrubs or overgrowth kind of thing, and clearing a path so this one little flower can get enough sunlight. This one here, we got Bulbasaur checking himself in the water. Very nice. I like the like faded colors in that one. Next up, Sunbathing Bulbasaur. And on the right of that, another Sunbathing Bulbasaur. Similar situation. He's got his eyes closed. You know, he's just enjoying the sunlight. Here we have we got the dandelions that are in seed. Make a wish. We got some regular, I guess those are regular dandelions. Again, in the sunlight. We got the little seeds that are floating off. Very, very cool. In the middle here, this reminds me of the Latios and Latias alternate art, where they form the heart. The two Bulbasaurs here, I guess they're in love. They got the heart. They got it over the sunset. Very cute. They look very, they're like cute little pigs in this depiction. On the right hand side here, we have a Bulbasaur who is getting some sunlight. It looks like he's up on top of a giant mushroom of some sort. Like this one, this is a happy boy Bulbasaur getting watering himself. He's just sitting in the watering can with the tap on. In the middle here, we have a Bulbasaur who's got the berries. Looks like he's having a little bit of a feast, hiding from the city in the shrubs here. Right hand side, we get the sunlight coming through the trees. Another like forest sleeping scene. Left hand side, we got the little creek that I guess one Bulbasaur is going down. I think the other one was probably going to follow. Another very happy Bulbasaur with a berry. He's got there's a Bulbasaur in the background that looks very happy as well. Here in the middle, we got the Bulbasaur lighting up what is a dark and rainy forest. Left hand side, again, another with the plants. We got the little Pokemon watering can. I think that is. Plants in the window. He's getting the sunlight as well. He's got himself in the little planter box. Like, nice little touch. We've got the Pokeball on the shelf down there. This one in the middle is probably my second favorite. Love the fact how happy he is. There's like this weird... so I don't know if this is actual like watercolor. It must be, or maybe there's like a filter or something that you can use on the software. But it looks like it's like actual watercolor paper. So you get like a kind of a texture on everything. Also, there's like some slight like imperfections that almost like make it a little bit better. But I love how happy he is. There's a Butterfree. We got the Pidgeys. He's on top of a Venusaur. Maybe people don't notice that right away. But yeah, just all around cool. I love that. I love how happy he is. I love the art style. Awesome. And if it wasn't for the fact that the other guy, the artwork was so good with how happy they were shaking the tree, that there was a little bit more of a story to it. I think this one would be my favorite if the other one wasn't there. But this is a very close second. On the right side, we got a Bulbasaur in the snow. He sees a Pokeball, I guess. Interesting. I don't know if he's... if it's one that was like a stray Pokeball from someone that was trying to catch something out there. Here we have a Bulbasaur getting the old watering. So we got the faucet thing again. I guess it looks like there's a lineup here with all the grass Pokemon that want to get a turn at the shower. Here we have, I guess, picking berries. We got the Bonsly. We got the Applin in the tree there. Hopefully it doesn't pick the Applin. I like this one on the right too. CG or not, I think it's crazy well done. I love the like texture on them. I love the pose. The 3D model is just, it's awesome. And it's nice to get a nice little switch up every now and then from different art styles to get some of that mixed in there. Left hand side, very cool, coming in through the shrubs. He's got one following him. Here we got sunbathing again in amongst the plants, the actual plants. Here, sunlight in the clearing in between the woods. Getting a nice little, we got the one eye winky boys here next to each other. They're very calm, sleepy Bulbasaur here on the left. Like that, he's got kind of like the runes or the like leftover foundation from something that was there once before. It seems like he's trying to get some shade, but he's also getting some sun up and on the top. A nice little spot for him to perch. Here we have an underground Bulbasaur. Hopefully someone doesn't pick him. I haven't seen any depiction of like a Bulbasaur or any of the Pokemon like hibernating like this. So it's certainly interesting. It's certainly different. He looks pretty happy down there. So apparently that's what he likes to do. The one on the right side here, one of my favorites. He's just happy. Bulbasaur is the best Bulbasaur. I like how much he blends in with his surroundings. I like the fact that it's raining and he just doesn't care. And that he has his little plant there. He's holding it, taking care of it. Maybe he's making sure it gets enough water. It doesn't get washed out by the rain. Left hand side here we have Bulbasaur doing a little pollen action. We got the sunlight. We got the two happy boys next to him. We got the Bulbasaur in the middle here. He's very happy, super happy. The one on the right, maybe even more happy than the rest of them. We got some more of that like sunlight coming in through the forest. I think that's a really good theme for a Bulbasaur or a grass Pokemon of any kind. Oh, this one on the left though, definitely one of my favorites as well. I have a lot of favorites. I think it's just because I really like Bulbasaur. But this is neat. He's at the laundromat. You can see there in the washing machine, you have both the Clefairy doll and the substitute that are getting washed. You got the Rotom and was that a Dubwool on the machine itself. So I don't know if those are supposed to be like settings or that's like the logo for the washing center, the laundromat rather. I'm looking for words here today. Here we got the Bulbasaur in the garden. He's got the different watering cans and garden decorations, maybe the ones that they sold on the Pokemon Center. Right hand side here, we got a Bulbasaur looking extra comfy inside a clay pot. I like that idea. Pretty unique one. Left hand side, we got a happy Bulbasaur in the sun. We got all kinds of grass and bug Pokemon. We got Beedrill, we got Oddish. Here in the middle, we got a very happy sunlight Bulbasaur. Looks like it just rained and now the sun's coming out, so he's dripping, but he's happy. He's loving every minute of it. Right hand side, planting some seeds, and it looks like the one on the left hand of him is gathering water with a leaf. Sort of a neat idea. Some Bulbasaur teamwork. Art style on this one, very different, but I like it. We get the sunlight again coming through in certain areas not so much. One in the middle here, though. I mean, I think that the vibrant ones really do it for me. This one here, no exception. The light coming through, the colors that they used in general, just super shiny. I think I prefer that. I'm sure there's some people that prefer the like gloomier, more natural kind of art, like on the right hand side here. I think that's also amazing. But at the same time, I don't know, just like the bright, happy Bulbasaurs do it for me over the sleepy ones. Left hand side, we got a happy Bulbasaur, even though it's raining. He's in between some flowers and greenage. Middle one, happy. He's shimmering. He's got the water. Seems like it just rained and now the sun is coming out. Right hand side, love the art style. The like liney shading. All right, another slight interruption there, but we're getting through here. We got a long video. We got a lot of artwork to look through. With these being the top 300, that's it's no small feat. So let's get into the one on the left here. Very similar, where he's got the vines holding him up. I guess he's trying to hold himself up into the sunlight. He's gaining that UV, getting that beautiful sunlight in between the trees there. Very creative. I like the idea. Not quite as good as the bungee jumping berry retriever, but still pretty cute. Middle here, we got a couple of Bulbasaurs in a giant meadow kind of scene, or marsh. It's not really a marsh. I don't know what you'd call this. Body of water with lots of greenery around it. And then on the right hand side here, we have more of a fall scene. We got one kind of taking a little nap in the sun, and the other one who is looking off into the distance, extra happy. All right, left hand side, we got a berry grabber Bulbasaur, very happy looking at it. In the middle, I like the use of the extra Pokemon here. The fact that we can tell that we're in a greenhouse. We got some plants growing. We got some grass type Pokemon. We got all sorts here. I like that one a lot. Right hand side, a little bit more on the abstract end of things. Very, very nice little meadow of flowers with the Bulbasaur trekking on through. Now, left hand side, we got the Bulbasaur sleeping in between the plants, blending in the middle. I really like this guy. He's plucking a flower with his vine, also trampling around. Looks like he's having a good time. Right hand side here, once again with the helping out with the plants. The Bulbasaur, the babysitter Pokemon, as he would be known in the anime. I guess here he's taking care of plants more than anything. Now, I think this is last but not least. We got the Charizards left hand side here. Nice little fire blast action. Very nice. Gotta like this one in the middle with the Charmanders. One's having a blast. The other one looks like he's terrified. Closing his eyes, hoping that the ride will end. Right hand side here, camping Zard. He's lighting a fire in the most lazy way possible. I'd like to see some other Pokemon maybe in around the fire camping with them. Whether or not that was the intention. I think it would add a little bit to it. Left hand side here, this is my favorite. The art style. It's awesome. I don't know what to say. Not necessarily a Charizard fan, but that artwork style, I think is amazing. The flames, the colors, the like texture that's on there, just looks it doesn't look like a Pokemon card, but I think that's why I like it so much. One in the middle here, cool perspective from the sky. Looking down, you can see the crops and everything else from the farms down below. Right hand side, we got the Hot Spring Charizard. We got his tail sticking out. I don't think I've ever seen a Charizard bathing. I don't know if that's ever been a thing in the anime. I've seen almost all of it, but I don't recall that ever happening. I guess as long as his tail isn't in under the water, then he's probably pretty safe. Left hand side here, beautiful colors, beautiful sky and scene. Middle one here, I guess he's in along the water, scraping through. Even his wing dipped there on the one side into the water. Flying low, looks like he's angry and or battling with something. Right side here, we got a very long boy Charizard climbing up on a rock. Definitely a very different art style for a Pokemon artwork, but still pretty cool nonetheless. Left hand side, we got the sleeping in a cave. He's got the light source from his tail. Probably also keeping himself warm with that. In the middle, yawning. He's got the Charmander cuddling in close. Very cute. I almost thought for a second when I first saw this that he was like crashing into the ground, but just a yawn, and he's cuddling with maybe doing a stretch too of some sort. Very, very cool. We got the Pokemon off in the background. We got the stream there. Very nice artwork. Right hand side, the colors are awesome. I love this style. It almost reminds me of like, I don't want to say like Dr. Seuss or something, but it reminds me of some kind of like childhood art books with like a dragon, and the bright colors. We got the smoke coming off of him, the flames coming out of his mouth. Left hand here, we got another Charmander holding on for dear life, as this Charizard is flying what looks like next to the roadway with the white picket fence behind him and the vehicle. This one's cool here, how it's dark, where the source of light with the sunset and the flame on his tail. Very, very cool. Right hand side here, very, very cool artwork. Dark, we get the flames. A lot of these Charizard cards, there's definitely a lot. I mean, a lot of the cards in general, or the artworks in general, you can tell there was a ton of work that went into these. Even without like the thought process behind what they were going to draw, but just the sheer amount of detail on a lot of this stuff is insane. Here we are coming across the bridge. I like that. I got the Digletts flying beside, doing their best Charizard impression. Here, the Charmander cuddled in. I got the flame there to keep them warm. Charizard here in the rain, using his wing to keep his tail nice and dry. Very cool skyscape on this one here. Again, I like the flames. I like the smoke coming from his mouth. Very nice. In the middle here, I think is that a Charizard egg? So I guess protecting the baby Charmander in the forest of sorts. Maybe using the tail heat to keep the egg warm. Right hand side here, we got what looks like a little bit of snowfall, but the Charizard and the sun's coming up. Maybe taking a little rest. You can see where the snow didn't fall in underneath the Charizard itself. Left hand side, Charizard here doing a little dance. He's got like the sweat emoji, which is, I think he's a little bit concerned that it's raining, and that the tail is steaming or throwing off some smoke. In the middle here, we got a flock of Charizards. Looking something like the Charisific Valley from the anime. The right hand side here, I really like this one. The use of the lighting from the tail and down below, across the mountains, and then what is probably a night sky that's coming in. Beautiful work. that's it. That's all. That's the 300 submissions. Again, guys, let me know what your favorites are. My apologies for the interruptions. Got some visitors right now, and a few things came up. Some dogs barking. Probably heard a little bit of that, but I'll do my best to trim that out. And thanks for sticking with me. And I was happy to go through this. I was super excited to see a lot of the entries. And if you guys really like this, maybe we'll take a look at some of the entries that didn't make the 300. Or the next time this comes up, we can certainly make another video like this because it's fun for me. Probably fun for you if you're listening at this point in time. But thanks for tuning in. Join the Discord. See you next time.